I stole your joke at the top of the show. I said, I'm sure you know my defense attorney, Felicia Rashad.
Yes.
Yes, Governor. Yes, Governor.
Yes, Governor, exactly, yes. Now, you see, the thing with Mr. Cuomo is that Rudy and the boys went down to the New York governor's mansion, you see, and the Felicia Rashad, and the judges are putting pops, and he's guilty like me.
Finish it with
Fuba, fuba, fuba.
First witness, Bill Cosby. Okay.
Fuba.
Okay.
What's a Cuban?
Okay. All right. Can we just say, okay, Ducey, boy, Ducey going to Ducey all day yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the difference. We always call for the people on our side to step down, right? They're the giant hypocrites that defend Donald Trump as if he hasn't had 29 accusations, including far more serious than Andrew Cuomo, like rape twice. Okay.
It's like the bad guys going, Thanos is cheating.
All right, Ducey.
Does the administration want the Justice Department to initiate a civil rights investigation into these harassment allegations revealed today?
We do something new here that feels foreign from the last 4 years and allow the Justice Department to act independently on investigations.
Ooh,
Oh, Saki.
nice.
Oh, Saki.
Saki. Saki.
Oh, pardon me. Okay, he went on to say...
New York Attorney General says about the Cuomo accusers, I believe them. Does the president believe them?
Again, the president's going to speak to this later this afternoon, so I will point to his comments, and I'm sure you will all be tuning in. He also said he'd take some questions.
Okay, and then here is the president himself on this. Ducey.
March, you said that if the investigation confirmed the allegations against Governor Cuomo, then he should resign. So will you now call on him to resign, given the investigator said the 11 women were credible?
I stand by that statement.
Are you now calling on him to resign?
Yes.
And if he doesn't resign, do you believe he should be impeached and removed from office?
Let's take one thing at a time here. I think he should resign. I understand that the state legislature may decide to impeach. I don't know that for a fact. I've not read all that data.
Okay. Carlos, it's hard to have anybody that has... why do we pretend like this just didn't happen with Donald Trump? What I was saying, because he's committed so many, zillions of crimes that we just forget about the 29 women, including E. Jean Carroll and the 14-year-old that said he raped her at Jeffrey Epstein's. I mean, it's just, are we... Okay. Okay, so all of the women of Donald Trump have been lying. But, Yeah.
Maybe it's just like the breed of dog type thing. You expect it's a yappy chihuahua. It's going to bite you. That's what Republicans are.
Yeah.
The dog's going to bite you. They just bite. The Democrats are like, what? A golden retriever bit you? Yeah. Well, we got to keep it separated from kids. How about those chihuahuas? No, they're so cute.
And you speak as the Taco Bell chihuahua.
And I speak, yo.
Okay. Oh, I haven't heard that.
Yo quiero my own rules.
I haven't heard that.
I haven't made the Taco Bell chihuahua dance for its food in a long time.
Wow.
Frank,
Yo quiero lawyers.
Frank in New Mexico.
Felicia Rashad. Rawr. Wait a minute.
Frank in New Mexico, you're on with Carlos. Hey, Frank.
Hey, Stephanie, just
Hi.
quick. My son was super excited that I talked to you yesterday, so if he could just say hi to Joshua, it'd be nice.
Hi, Josh.
But anyway, thank you. Thank you very much.
Sure.
I just want to quickly talk about taxes. When Biden took the presidency, one of the articles that came out was that there was over $2 to $2.5 trillion of unclaimed taxes, and he could use that money to fund some of his projects. And also, the IRS chief said that every year, $1 trillion, people cheat their taxes $1 trillion, and I don't think that's people who are making minimum wage, right? We know where that, who's cheating the taxes.
Yes, the guy with the penis-shaped rocket. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Right, and it's sad because we, like I said yesterday, I believe in taxes, but I don't know why they don't feel like they have to play by the same rules.
Right, because they don't. That's what I'm saying, Carlos. It's like whether it's sexual harassment or they just don't think they have to. Right. They just Trump said it in the debate with Hillary. Makes me smart that I didn't pay my taxes.
Patriotism, Blue Lives Matter. They never play by the same rules.
Yeah.
You know, Crenshaw's their hero, but Tammy Duckworth is evil.
Right.
Yeah.
Kissinger is evil.
Right. You meant Cawthorn, Madison Cawthorn? Are you talking about?
Oh yeah, Madison Pondicherry. What's his name?
Yeah.
Little Mr. Potter. Prologue flashback.
Madison Pontchartrain. Madison Pontchartrain Cawthorn.
Do you? It's not just me. It's like even other Republicans think some of these guys are douchebags. What is this whole thing, Travis? I can't even follow it. Cawthorn has drawn an ethics complaint from another Republican.
Mm-hmm.
So Representative David McKinley, who is a Republican from West Virginia, his office filed a complaint with the Ethics Committee against Madison Cawthorn after a verbal altercation with a staffer over a mix-up being his name put on the wrong piece of legislation. It took place just ahead of a heated confrontation between McKinley and Cawthorn on the House floor, with some saying they appeared on the brink of a physical brawl. McKinley's office said Cawthorn entered uninvited, demanded to have his name taken off the piece of legislation, which related to whatever, I don't know, but he thought it was about that abortion was involved, something.
Yeah.
They added
wow.
Cawthorn got in the face of the staffer before saying, "Don't raise your voice at me. I'm a member of Congress." Oh, he did the "Don't you know who I am?"
Mm-hmm. Got in the face? You mean got into his waist?
They're just jerks. Whether it's Gates or Cawthorn or female Boebert and Marjorie Taylor Greene, they're just like they are just jerks. They just make a living trolling other people.
The best piece of that was he tried to smooth it over by sending a handwritten apology, like it was written by a fourth grader.
Yes, I saw the fourth grade apology note. Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's because his hand hurt because he was beating up trees, so he couldn't write clearly.
Yes.
Yes.
I want to see that brawl. I want to see how he does against something that moves. I'm good at punching motionless trees. I can't get a girlfriend. I gotta pay for it. Nobody likes me for me.
Okay.
My parents don't love me.
All right. Is that the sound of punching a tree? Is
Yes.
that what you've decided on?
That's the sound of Madison Cawthorn.
Cawthorn, yeah.
I'm mad.
He punches a
My
tree.
friends wouldn't let me lie about the car accident.
Okay, it sounds a little like a Rock'em Sock'em Robot, but okay, you go. You stick with that. You stick with that sound. Okay. Amid chants of recess can wait, democracy can't. Nearly 150 state lawmakers from 30 states came to Washington yesterday to rally with Democratic U.S. senators and representatives, call on Senate to suspend its August recess to pass voting rights and anti-gerrymandering legislation. I loved what Raphael Warnock said. He said this is the Delta variant of Jim Crow voting laws, and the only vaccination is federal legislation. It's just, we were just talking to Malcolm about, this is always a larger plan. These groups, billions, they're funding these voter suppression laws around the country, the ability for them to just overturn elections they don't like. Travis, do you think people, Democrats in particular, have their hair on fire enough about what is happening? Like, they have got to figure something out about, because, I think what was the word? The White House thinks we can out-organize voter suppression. We can't out-organize.
No.
As Rob Reiner said, this degree of gerrymandering and voter suppression. We have got to have all hands on deck. Yeah.
Our own Charlie Pierce had pointed out in his Esquire column about another article he read where the woman just kind of sort of nails it. The big money is behind all the disenfranchisement and voter suppression and gerrymandering and misinformation. It's got big pockets behind it, all the Heritage Foundation type stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what the Democrats cannot compete with, this well-funded pipeline of misinformation.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I have to say, the eviction moratorium, this was a sign of enough public pressure and outrage can move things. The Biden administration announced a temporary ban on evictions across most of the country yesterday, a move that bent to intense pressure from Democrats. President Biden acknowledged it might not be constitutional, but the CDC issued a moratorium on evictions for 60 days in U.S. counties with a substantial and high level of community transmission. About 90% of the country will be covered by this, unfortunately, because of the Delta variant surging everywhere. The CDC said it's imperative the public health authorities act quickly to mitigate such an increase of evictions, which could increase the likelihood of new spikes in COVID transmission. Well, that goes without saying, right?
Do you know how? Yeah. Do you know how it could have never gotten this far if Hillary Clinton were president?
Yes.
Because she would have handled the COVID variant, the COVID virus correctly.
Yes.
Demanding that people wear masks, not downplaying it, not covering it up. Imagine not voting for Hillary Clinton when you could have.
Yeah.
Imagine the guilt you must feel for opening the door for somebody like Trump to mishandle the COVID variant so that now people are facing evictions. Let's go back that far, shall we? Because that is the root cause. Because you let this guy in the door, now people are getting evicted, and then you want to come to their defense and go, Biden's the bad guy. No! You were the bad guy for not voting for Hillary.
I was mentioning, was it Politico piece? But it said Bernie starting a new pragmatic progressive movement. I'm like, that's what Hillary called it.
Yeah.
Who cares who starts it?
Right?
Pragmatism
Exactly.
is always what we need.
Right. It's the people that were Bernie or die that, like, yes, that's what she called it. Pragmatic progressive,
Right.
that you can get progressive stuff done, but we have to live in the real world. And now they're turning on Bernie because he's, I guess, too establishment and too whatever. I mean, we have Susan Sarandon protesting AOC. I mean, what is happening?
You know why? Because the people that they represent aren't the little toy wooden Pinocchio dolls that they thought they were.